Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Twerton Park for this Staff Football Varsity 2022 contest between the University of Bath and the University of Bristol. I'm Mark Stillman, commentating throughout on this annual event, which started back in 2013 as alternated home venues. This year it's taking place here at Twerton Park. The University of Bath have won their last three meetings with a 3-2 scoreline in 2018-19 and 21, and it usually has a theme of Bristol sailing in front in the first half before being pegged back, so we'll have to see if that follows suit this afternoon. University of Bath are led by Matt Parsons, who is part of their squad, and Robbie Fox is in charge of the University of Bristol. It's a lovely April afternoon here at Twerton Park, and we're hoping for a fine game of football too. We'll go through the two starting lineups for this one. University of Bath will be starting with Jack Kitchener standing in goal, Matt Rustling at right back, Martin Gore left back, centre backs of Jamie Chapman and the captain Gareth Roberts. In midfield on the right is Jose Muniz Martinez, on the left will be Katie Brown with Max Western, Toby Wellington and Louis Bollard in the middle, and Darren Chitty up front on his own. The starting substitutes at University of Bath, I'm sure there'll be plenty of changes throughout, will be goalkeeper Tosin Babasola, Petros Ampasides, Dylan Jones and Matt Parsons. University of Bristol wearing red this afternoon, playing 3-5-2. In goal is Thomas Shepherd, centre backs of John Jerome, Tom Ringwood and captain Alex O'Driscoll. Right wing back will be Aaron Godfrey, left wing back will be Eddie Shaw. Three in midfield of Tim Morris, Jason Johnson and Christy Cormack, and then a front pairing of Liam McKervey and Nick Wolfe. Substitutes for University of Bristol: Dan Carey, Joe Pemberton, Adam Trickey and Gareth George. Today's referee is Valentin Pomfret. The University of Bath against University of Bristol Staff Football Varsity match 2022 is more or less underway. Bath get the game going. It's over to Matt Rustling, right back. Matt to Rustling, and for a run in behind of Western, well covered from Ringwood. Spent to a very early corner. Western's going to take. Hanging one, well headed away from the captain O'Driscoll. Good clearance from Godfrey. Chitty making a run in behind, Ringwood's there to cover. Martinez. Chitty. You play this, Chitty goes a goal and it just flashes a yard or so wide. Goalkeeper Shepherd had it covered. Bright start from University of Bath. Class is the home team in this one, managed by Matt Parsons. Jerome. One searching for McKervey. He's going to get there first, McKervey. Keeper doesn't know whether to come or go. McKervey and pulls it straight into the hands of stand-in stopper Jack Kitchener, who's in from the off because Tosin Babasola has been held up. Yet to turn up. Cormac. O'Driscoll. Well intercepted from Bollard. Johnson to the right. Decent delivery, and it's a good opportunity. Headed wide from Eddie Shaw. He's 6 yards or so wide, couldn't quite angle his body into the correct direction. And drifts safely wide. Throw-in is taken to Morris, just too high for him. Kept in though from Wolfe. For options on the edge of the box, picked up from Cormac. Those balls intercepted from Wellington well, and Chitty's in his own half and trying to get a break going from Bath. Oh, it's a lovely crossover ball. Martinez is onto it. Wider goal. He shoots the goalkeeper's near post, and it's well covered from Shepherd. But all about that ball from Chitty, who used to play his trade here. The Team Bath player, but Martinez couldn't quite beat goalkeeper Shepherd. Covered it well at his near post. Corner which Western's going to take. It's a drilled one, it's Good routine, didn't quite pay off. Roberts with the final effort. Company gathered though from Shepherd. Flick on from Chitty. Goalkeepers come a long way. They dealt with it well. Shepherd picked up from Shaw. Driving run from Shaw. It's gone overlapping run now. Of Johnson. Shaw's carried on his run well. It's a good move from Bristol. Shaw gets it across and well intercepted though from Captain Roberts. Western back to Martinez, but timely challenge from Ringwood prevents him going any further. Another corner for the home team, and they're going to use this opportunity to make the change. And coming on in his place is the usual number one in these games, Tosin Babasola, the PhD researcher in statistical applied mathematics. It's a floated one. Goalkeeper does enough to get it away. Wellington's going to pick it up. He's helped back into the air from Ringwood. Godfrey was on Bournemouth's books, a youngster actually. Plays in the Vets League now. Into Morris, helped back in. An important touch away. Good defending actually from Rustling. To nudge it out, this time it definitely is a corner. Bit of overtime for him. Decent delivery. Oh, just about bypasses everybody in the middle. Driscoll was in there. Wellington. Bollard. Lost out, and Bollard catches Cormac. Kick, decent effort. He's spilled, and it's the opening goal of the game. It's a mistake from the goalkeeper, and Eddie Shaw was there to pounce from close range. It was a free kick from Cormac, which was too hot to handle, and the simplest of tap-ins gives the University of Bristol the lead on 17 minutes. Couldn't miss from there. Calmly nudged it into the back of the net from a couple of yards out. Eddie Shaw will be delighted with that. Broken the deadlock. So he notes he likes to get a shot off early. Well, he wasn't going to delay with that. It bounced straight back to him. He was never going to miss. As Bath trying to do something about it with Chitty. Good ball in behind the Western. Brian's waiting in the middle. Turn the other side of Pemberton. Gets a shot away, and it's just a good save in the end from Shepherd. It bounced up a little bit in front of him. Good play, though, from Western. Lecturer in the Department for Health. So had a 3-year spell as a futsal player in the National Futsal League. To Johnson. A bit of Godfrey. Teasing Chapman. Goalkeeper's just about got enough on it. Chance still alive, in the end it's an interception from Roberts. It was a handball. Game which has finished 3-2 in the last 3 meetings. It's a raking shot from McCurvey. Sorry, Driscoll rather, well gathered. Driscoll now, they'll lay off to Morris. Over the top, it's one for Godfrey, and goalkeeper's just beating him to it. Back off the corner flag for a corner on this occasion. Near post one, it comes last off the goalkeeper, I think. For another corner for Cormac to whip in. It does, oh, and it was Ringwood. It was sort of inviting for him to volley, but net full connection. Martinez can take it away. Recovering though from goal scorer Shaw. Taking from Western, Bollard. Driving towards the byline. Shoots. Oh, I think it might have been an intended cross actually for Brian, but it's well gathered though from Shepherd. Bollard has had a very good morning. His Sunday team Griffin have reached the final of the Secretaries' Cup, which will be played here in a couple of weeks' time. Pemberton. Footwear, Cormac. Godfrey shoots, takes a little bit of a nick off Chapman and goes behind for a corner. But pretty dangerous with these thus far. Cormac again will come across to take. Effort lashed over in the end from Wellington, couldn't keep his shot down. Morris, tricky, good header to Godfrey, but I think slightly put off. Main defence means he shanks it well wide. Patient in possession, but Jerome has played Martinez on side, which gives him room to scamper into. Tried to square, there's a chance, Chitty is denied, and in the end he's put the follow-up over. He was put off a little bit from O'Driscoll. Expense of a corner. Slightly wayward defensive line let them in then, and Darren Chitty, former Team Bath man, couldn't keep his shot down. Right, look, managed to get the better of Gore. Now they can be in here on the right-hand side with Godfrey. Squared it, but too close to the goalkeeper. He's looking for Shaw, I think, on the far side. Wellington. Managed to nutmeg, unintentionally, Pemberton. And Martinez, a bit of joy down his right-hand side. Decent delivery, well covered though from O'Driscoll. So with these Varsity games, rolling substitutions, keep up players' fitness. A bit of an inadvertent touch on the goalkeeper, to the goalkeeper. He's done well to cover actually. Babasola, Roberts, an attempted interception. Martinez, the back track, keeps it in. Wellington up in front of him. Bollard. Allowing Gore to get forward. Kitchener. Mollard. It's a really nice move. Weston. Oh, he tried to go alone, tried to skip the challenge of George. Kerry does want to win it back, and that's at the other end of the field with Godfrey again, who's completely isolated. He's put the ball where he desperately wanted somebody to be catching up with him, but there was nobody there, and it just drifts behind harmlessly for a goal kick. Bollard, a first-time ball. That to Bollard. Oh, that's a clever one in behind to Chitty, but again well read from the goalkeeper. He was very vocal as well, Thomas Shepherd. And Pemberton. Covered from Western. Great strength from the number 11. The ball is too far for Chitty and Kitchener. Ringwood. And over the top from Rustling. Western. Don't see too much in that. It's going to trickle through regardless of the goalkeeper. I think George did well to stand his ground. Loose to Western. Eyes up a shot and puts it way over the bar. Someone's got a bit of a challenge retrieving that one. Max Western played in the Somerset County Premier League. Tricky one, and goalkeeper deals well with it actually. Pemberton keeps it in against Kitchener. That's the final action of the first half. The Staff Football Varsity Match 2022, and it's University of Bristol going the happier. Eddie Shaw, the only goal on 17 minutes, comfortable tap in after goalkeeper Babasola had spilt a free kick straight into his path. So half time here, it's University of Bath 0, University of Bristol 1. Bristol now defending the Bristol end, so University of Bath will be shooting up this Twerton Park slope. Godfrey in behind is an opening for Pemberton. He should get there first. Curls it beautifully into the corner. That's a lovely finish from the substitute. He was in line to start this game. I'm glad that he came on as soon as he did. Really took that well. Guided it into the corner, and on 50 minutes, Joe Pemberton puts the University of Bristol 2-0 up. You'll be happy with that one. Graduate teacher in Department of Computer Science. often used as a centre-back. I thought it from that sort of finish. There's Gore here, waiting to take the throw. It's an Everton fan. Slightly familiar blue then this afternoon. Unfortunately, tasting defeat again, like the team he supports. It's Godfrey to Wolf. Little layoff and Tricky couldn't finish it. Would have run it off. A nice move actually down that left-hand side. Godfrey involved, but Tricky couldn't keep his shot down. He would be kept in from Dylan Jones. Come on at the break. Johnson, he showed great footwork, he wanted a great finish. The last for the Doctor, he's put it well wide. They're looking more full of confidence now, Bristol. Well won from Western. He's played well for Bath this afternoon. Chitty can't go over the ball, he looked offside. Move on the back though, with Western. Gone down the challenge of Tricky. Decent position there, around 25 yards from goal. You gonna have a try? No, he's chipped it. And it's well headed away from Pemberton. Follow up from Wolf. Western, he's done well actually to find Chapman on the left hand side. Excellent covering though from O'Driscoll. Tricky trying to play it in behind. They could be in again here. It's Godfrey. Cuts down, oh, excellent challenge. It's from Chapman. Godfrey's got it again. Trying to play it back to Carey. Carey always miscontrolled. Often Wolf slips, comedy of errors there. They really should have finished this game off with that one move. Two great opportunities. No luck which Bath needed with Jones. Covered though from O'Driscoll. A couple of people leave it to each other. Western, Chitty might get in behind it. Bit of a wrestling match. Oh, he's given a penalty. I thought the foul was on the outside of the box. Double check, maybe he has given it on the edge. Western is eyeing this one up. Good chances, he'll be wanting to get it on target. Western, oh, he's just put it over the top of the bar. Decent effort though from Max Western, lecturer in the Department for Health. Western, out to Roberts, be dispossessed. You can hear the cries of man on from here. This goalkeeper's got it under control well. Getting good covering, good understanding his defence, despite the fact they don't exactly play frequently. Good advantage play from the referee, allows Roberts to carry on. Now Brown. The right. Tries to find it, Roberts couldn't quite latch onto it. Katie Brown, a PhD student in politics, originally from near Derby. She works as a freelance translator in the football industry for Serie A clubs. Should have good balance, keen dancer and ice skater. But meanwhile, it's Bristol looking to add a third with Godfrey. Oh, well taken as near post from Babasola. George to take part of the organising committee for this game. Jones couldn't quite get it through. Western rides a few challenges. Comes last off him for a goal kick. She does. Oh, it's terrible marking. There's about 4 Bristol players on mark. They're complaining about for offside. And they couldn't make the most of it. And it was Morris who can get full connection on the header. Gap now for Tricky to latch onto. He's got nobody waiting in the middle. Bollard marshalling him. Worked Jerome and he's pulled his shot wide. Decent effort nonetheless. Did well there, hold it up. Bollard. Watched by a collection of challenges. Cormac likes a shot from distance. He likes his shot from distance, but it's just over the angle of post and crossbar. Christy Cormac, so he plays for Rockley's Rangers. Bath got anything left in them to produce one of their stirring comebacks. Could do here with Western. But to Chitty is well blocked. It's just a Martinez, and again, there's so many bodies in the way, and takes a safety first option and nudge it out for a corner. Right and cute. You can do with the goal back pretty sharpish. In the final 18 minutes or so, Western's going to take this corner. Wellington's forward. Too high for him. And then it's diverted away from Jones and Pasidis. Ball to Chitty. Behind Kitchener, Martinez. Pick it up, he's got the better of Tricky. Picks up Chitty with a header, and it's too close to the goalkeeper, who managed to get enough to tip it over the bar. It's good play down the right-hand side, decent ball in from Martinez. He watched it well, Chitty, but too close, and goalkeeper keeps his clean sheet intact for now. Tom Shepherd. It's a driven one. Decent effort on his blocked. It was a shot from Roberts, which Ringwood felt the full force of. Chuckling about it now. Well placed, the big commanding centre-back. Senior student administrator. Previously scored at the Valley as well, for the Royal Borough of Greenwich team. Getting decent delivery. Oh, it's gone straight in. Not whether it's intended to, but University of Bath have managed to find a way back into this game through Bollard. His corner sails straight over the goalkeeper. With 15 minutes or so remaining, they have a lifeline. University of Bath 1, University of Bristol 2. That's a strange one. You don't see that very often. But Bollard, I knew he was aiming for that far corner from the angle he had. Also played in the Welsh second division for Denbigh Town. Bollard might fancy this. He does. Decent effort, well held from goalkeeper Shepherd. And goals change games, and certainly has here. University of Bath been on top since they pulled one back through that goal score on the ball now. Bollard. Decent delivery. Chitty, and it's a difficult one really. He couldn't guide his header on target. He's perhaps put off from presence in front of him of Ringwood. That's why he's put it wide. Made another change. George has made way. 11 minutes remaining. I'm sure there's enough time for Bath to create more chances with Bollard. He's miskicked that one straight out for a goal kick. Bit of a step on the ball there. I didn't see this when he's got away with it. Sliced out play from Jerome. And going up the slope, it's been to Bath's advantage this second half. Western, the back heel is a little bit loose. It's one from Pemberton. Riser challenge, Pemberton. There's a chance of Godfrey, and he's spilt in the end from the goalkeeper. He had more time than he realised, Godfrey. Nobody tested it. Good footwork from the Greek, Petros Amsidis. Tricky again. Let's it across to Godfrey, and goalkeeper as well to claim it. Roberts. Western. Oh, he's managed to find a way through. It's Kitchener. He's got there first. He's touched it into the back of the net. They've come back in this game yet again. Around 20 yards out, the goalkeeper came sprinting off his line. There's an inspired touch from Kitchener. We're all square. University of Bath 2, University of Bristol 2, with 6 minutes remaining. Goodness me, recurring theme in this game, heading 2018 and 19. University of Bath come up from 2-0 down to win 3-2. They might think there's still time for them to repeat that feat again. Pemberton. Ringwood. It's a useful one. Chris has got a header, and it's a good tip over save from the backtracking goalkeeper, Babasola. Christie hung well in the air. It was a looping one. The man part of student recruitment. He couldn't quite keep it down. He scored in last year's varsity match. Intriguing finale, this one. Bristol suddenly got back into it. Helped forward, and It's out forward from Morris. So the fullback got the better of. Chitty's onside from a throw, and he's gone for goal, and he's gone a couple of yards wide. But good quick thinking, though, from Darren Chitty. Trying to embarrass Shepherd. Difficult for the goalkeeper. So deeper as a captain like Driscoll. Don't want to get any header on it, and that's the final action of this contest. Of the 90 minutes, that is. We'll now have to go to a penalty shootout to use the winners of this one. University of Bristol. And they raced into a 2-goal lead. Goals from Eddie Shaw on 17 minutes, doubled from Joe Pemberton on 50, but the final 15 minutes, the ascendancy was with the University of Bath. Louis Bolland scoring straight from a corner on 75 minutes, and then Jack Kitchener on 85, prodding home from around 20 yards when the back line of Bristol were exposed. Both teams congratulating each other. It's been a decent spectacle here at Twerton Park. They'll take a bit of time out, I think. Who can hold their nerve for this penalty shootout? Well, it looked at one point that Bath were going to produce one of their famous comebacks. Managers, Matt Parsons of Bath, Robbie Fox of Bristol. As ever, this will be the best of 5. Teams in their respective huddles. I think he'll quite have the tension of the usual penalty shootout, but both teams will want to win it nonetheless. With the toss of the coin between the captains, decide who goes first. In the middle, Gareth Roberts of Bath, Alex O'Driscoll of Bristol. Gareth Roberts done a lot of travelling. He's played for clubs in Germany, Gibraltar and South Korea. So it looks like Bristol are going to go first. Assembled on the halfway line. No one's really willing to make the first run forward. No, it's going to be John Jerome. Go first for the University of Bristol. And in the student wellbeing service, featured in the very first competitive game for the club, which took part in 2011. So Jerome to step up first against Tosin Babasola. Jerome scores. Good firm penalty. So the goalkeeper's right. It gives Bristol the early advantage. There's a little smile to himself as well. Petros Ampasidis will go first. For Bath, who grew up in Greece, moved to the UK to do his PhD in 2018. He manages one of the University of Bath departmental teams. See what he can do from the spot. He can score from the spot. Easy, rolls it past the goalkeeper. Petros Ampasidis makes it 1-1 on penalties. It's going to be Christy Cormack next. And heavily involved in the 90 minutes. Our student recruitment. This will be a left-footed kick. Scored from long distance in last year's varsity match. See what he can do from closer in. Oh, goalkeeper got a hand on it, but just about beating him. He gives a little thumbs up to Babasola, but he'll be delighted that he managed to find it just past him. And that puts University of Bristol 2-1 up. Doesn't have to go through that again. We might have to, they all keep scoring. Toby Wellington then, he knows this venue well. 28-year-old Cornishman, former physiotherapist at Varsity, now works at University of Bath as a platements officer, Department of Health. Wellington It's too close to the goalkeeper, who saved it. That's the first failure from the spot. Good save, though, from Shepherd. It was a high penalty from Wellington. And the goalkeeper read it, and he backs it away. And he's going to take the next spot kick himself. Let's see, going by goalkeeper, he should strike the ball well. Oh, again, goalkeeper's unfortunate. He's got a hand on it, but he's been sort of wrong-footed. And Tom Shepherd puts University of Bristol 3-1 up. Well, they had a 2-goal advantage in the 90 minutes. I'm hoping they cling on this time. Louis Bollard, who won the Schools FA Cup in 2007, played a stint in Switzerland with a team whose home pitch was once declared the best place to play football in the world, overlooking Lake Geneva and the accompanying French and Swiss Alps. And I got the background of Bath. Whether that puts him off. Oh, and he nearly found it as well, because he's put it miles over the bar. Louis Bollard, who got Bath back into this game when he scored direct from a corner, but he couldn't keep this one down. He'll be hoping for better luck in a final in a few weeks' time for the Griffin. So this one could win it for the University of Bristol. Aaron Godfrey steps forward. The former Bournemouth man. Can he finally see it through? He does! The best penalty of the lot as well, into the far corner. Congratulations to University of Bristol. There's a bit of hesitation between them, but they are successful from penalties, winning 4-2 from the spot. And conquerors of the Star Football Varsity Match 2022 is University of Bristol. Yes, conquerors by 4 penalties to 1 in the end. It was 2 misses from the University of Bath through Toby Wellington and Louis Bollard, and all 4 of the spot kicks of Bristol were successful through Jerome, Cormac, Shepherd and Godfrey. They kept their nerve. They were in command. We thought they were going to see it out in the 90 minutes, but Bath fought back gamely. But in the end, the dreaded spot kicks into the night for Bath. And they've got a little bit of revenge at Bristol. 2-2 after 90 minutes and 4-1 on penalties. They'll be lifting the trophy very soon.